All right, welcome to Candace Speaks Power. We're back again. It's a new channel, and I am commentating on again the Will Smith slap at the Oscars 22, because it is so controversial, you guys. It's very controversial, and I have another epiphany that came to me that I just have to express. But first of all, let's just talk about what happened again at the Oscars real quick. No pictures, just us. Let's just talk about it real quick. Chris Rock makes a joke about Jada. Okay, he says, "Oh, Jada, you're looking beautiful, and see you in the next G.I. Jane 2." Everybody's laughing because that's what Chris is paid for. He's paid to be a comedian, and that's what he does. He roasts people. You sit in the front, you get a little roasted. I don't see where that was bad, especially since he didn't know she had alopecia. He didn't know she had alopecia, according to him. But okay, she looks great with short hair. She's been all over the red table talking everywhere, talking about how she embraced it, how she was going through this, and she finally one day decided to just cut her hair off, and how she was embracing her. It's not like ball, her shortcut. She looks great though. She's rocking it, right? Everybody's laughing, including Will. And then Jada makes this kind of look, not like she was crying or anything. She makes this look like, like really, like really, Chris. But it wasn't something like she was so excitable that we actually saw. Now, mind you, there was a little blank space before we saw Will walking up the little aisleway or runway, whatever he was on, towards Chris Rock. I wonder what happened during that blank space. Aren't y'all curious? Because he went from laughing literally, and then she kind of made this face and kind of look, and now all of a sudden he's livid. There's a blank. Now he's livid. So he walks up to Chris Rock. Chris is laughing. He's like, "What's going on? Hey, whatever." Chris had no idea this man was going to come and hit him. I don't think any of us did. None of us saw Will Smith to be that dude. Because how ignorant. Oh my God. How awful was that? And I keep hearing all these comments about chivalry and black men need to stand up for the women. Everybody's starting to sound real silly right this minute to me. I'm going to be honest with you. There's a time and place for everything. Let's just very much keep this real. And be careful how you show up to show up for your woman or your man. Be careful how you do that. Was it worth a slap? See, I can understand being very, very, very emotional involved if, and we really don't know, but she says it's alopecia. But what if it's something worse? What if it's something worse and she's actually being treated with chemotherapy? So therefore, it's something that he can't protect. You know, he made that huge speech that made no sense, really. He sounded like he was totally in character for King Richard about being the protector. And now he can't protect her because maybe, I'm not saying it's cancer. This is a hypothetical, okay? This is hypothetical. Because maybe she actually has cancer and she's on chemotherapy. And that would make anybody boil if somebody starts making fun of your wife and she's going through a time of her life threatening. Now, I can see that happening because you snap, crime of passion, however you want to call it. You snap and then you're going to go out there and knock somebody out, whatever. That I could see that happening. For alopecia, really? Come on now. And I understand, I'm not saying it's easy for women, especially black women, to lose her hair. I understand that. This is a process she's been going through, though. And she says she's risen above it. Does she understand she's more than hair? And if you want hair, go buy it. I buy mine. I sure do. I'm not saying that it's not to take it lightly, but it wasn't worth the slap. It was not worth violence. It was not worth assault. It was not. And I'm not saying that Chris Rock was right, but it's what they do. But I know he felt bad about it afterwards when he realized the true impact of it. I don't think it was worth a slap, or a slap was even necessary. I think if Will Smith had sat in his seat and just started yelling, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth," I think he would have got the picture from that, and so would everybody else. And he would not have committed assault and violated somebody the way he did. It's a violation. I don't care what anybody says. Put yourself in Chris's shoes. Is anybody worried about Chris? I didn't hear anybody worrying about Chris. Everybody calling Will. Worried about him and his Oscar. And oh my God, that must have been devastating for Will. And what? How? And I just didn't hear the concern for Chris. And Chris, you deserve that concern, dude. You deserve people to be concerned about you and your emotional being. And you stood up like a man. You stood up like a real honorable person. You really did. You knew where you were. I don't think because you were scared of Will. I mean, he's way bigger than you. That's even more of a, can I say punk? I better not say that. So I'm gonna take it back. An immature bully move on Will's part, as big as he is compared to Chris Rock. It's not okay. But Chris, you stood there. You could recompose yourself after that. Let that man, they allowed that man to come hit you. I think there's violations everywhere as far as I'm concerned. Just violations. Because, okay, let's just say Will snapped. He was out of control for whatever reason. He something's wrong with him that he didn't have enough control of himself not to do what he did. And he did it. Where was security? Where were the people in charge to go to Will and say, "We need to talk to you. Come on out here. This is not acceptable. It's not acceptable." And you just assaulted somebody at our show on national. You're going to have to go. We'll send your award to you. Jada can stay. She can get it for you. You have to go. Why didn't that happen? Why didn't they send him packing? And please understand, I love actor Will Smith. I love his movies. Anytime there's a Will Smith movie, I'm definitely going to see it, because that's why he's getting an Oscar, because he's an amazing actor. He is. But I don't know him behind closed doors. And the stuff I have heard about he and Jada, I was always shocked. How they have this open relationship and all these different men and women and all this other stuff. They're different. They're different. That's what I'm gonna say. They're very different when it comes to their relationship. That's why she had the whole August entanglement, and Will gave his blessings for that young dude to hang out with his wife. Where is that okay? But he can get mad because somebody says something that she was beautiful, and see you in the next G.I. Jane 2 movie or whatever. Really? What's wrong with G.I. Jane? She bad with her shortcut. And she's pretty. Okay, Jada's hair is falling out. She has alopecia. Hasn't this been going on for a while? Did she not embrace it? And was she not looking bad in that green dress? The girl's pretty regardless. And her look to me just said like, oh my God, here we go, another another joke. It didn't say, I'm so hurt. Oh, I'm mortified. I'm mortified. It is that we saw. What's she doing? Pushing some kind of button? No. Will looked like a robot walking up there. He looked like a robot. That man was laughing with everybody else. And all of a sudden, like a robot, going to the stage. And then walked up and hit an innocent man. A man just standing on the stage. What he should have done, if he wanted to get his point across, like a man that has some sense and knew where he was. You're at the freaking Oscars where everybody's there to get their flowers, get their wins for all their hard work. That was the day that everybody was to be celebrated. They came in their best, including Will and his wife. If he just had to get a point across to prove to his wife that maybe they trying to get back or something on a monogamy kick or whatever, but who knows what's really going on, where the real frustration came from. But why he couldn't just grab the mic and look at him and say, check this out, leave my wife's name out your mouth. Don't do it again. You did this in 2016. You did it in 2016. Don't do it today. Drop the mic and walk back. If you're going to make a fool of yourself, why don't you do it like that without putting hands on people? What a violation. And that's probably why I'm more upset, because I keep hearing people and they all want to come after Chris. He shouldn't have done it. He got what he deserved. Is that what the comedians deserve? You go pay them to watch him. The Oscars were paying him to be there to do what he does. Why don't you be a bigger person and laugh at it? All she had to do was laugh and say, that's right, I rock this. That's all she had to do. That's all she had to do. That's all she had to do. All she had to do was be like, that's right, I rock it. I embrace it. And I'm bad. That's all she had to do. But no, actually, it's not all she had to do. See, this is not even going to be a long video, because I've heard so much. But let me just say this. And I think about marriage and how we ride for each other when you're married. You ride for your husband, you ride for, but that means you also keep him out of trouble. I can't even tell you how many times I've had to tell my husband, stop, sit down, sit down. Because my husband, he's not going to let anybody play with me. He's not. But you know what? I love my husband enough to know how to protect him and not put himself in a bad situation for me either. And I also know how to speak up for myself. And Jada, and I don't care who's out there saying, I'm so tired of black men not taking up for them. Find a better black man. That's what I'm going to say. Or teach them how to take up for you without their hands. Use your words. Use your intelligence. But women and Jada, you should have took that look back. When you saw your man get riled up, you should have patted and said, no, baby, I got this. We good. No, sweetie, don't you dare. This your night. Don't you dare. I got you tonight. I'm protecting you tonight. I got you. Don't you worry about it. We about to rock this house. So that man could have enjoyed the rest of his night, and so could the rest of us watching the show, and so could all the other actors and everybody that was up there for any kind of award could have enjoyed their night. And people will be talking about them and their awards and their best actor and best director and all that, and not just you, Will and Jada and Chris. And poor Chris don't have nothing. He just doing his job. And you know what? Oscar, who was it? Will Packer, who's the one who put this whole thing together, and whoever was over there coddling Chris, you're wrong. Why did you not escort that man up out of there? If it was anybody else that went up on that stage and slapped him, they'd be in jail right now. What puts him above the law? I'm just really, could you imagine somebody come up there and slap him? You got to hold your composure, because you are a professional and you have a job to do, and that you are going to finish. So you get slapped in your face. I mean, that's like one of the worst things you can do to a man. Spit at him, call him the N-word, and slap him. A sock is an open slap is like slapping a female dog. And he took it anyway. Winner. Chris, you freaking winner, you the man. You should be honored. You took it. You went on with that show. You found your own little celebration that you went to, and you went to it anyway. Good for you, Chris. And you know what you also did? That I heard. Because I'm now hearing something else. Supposedly you wrote an apology. Now I gotta look this up. Supposedly you apologized for saying the joke. And I'm like, that's cool. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. Because you know what? When you go high, that means you do everything that's right for your soul and it's going to look great above. You do everything that's the right thing to do. And if you feel like, look, dude, I'm sorry I didn't say anything that would spark you guys like that. I wasn't trying to hurt her feelings. I'm just doing what I do. That's why he was funny to him when Will was walking up to him. He laughing like, what? What? No way did he even know or think that fool was going to come up there and slap him. Crazy. Wrong, entitled, narcissistic, all about you. Everybody at that show, but you want to go up there and do the fool for real. And now you made everybody look bad. I don't care what nobody say. Because all they're gonna say is even the Sadidi, even the black people who are way up here that we all honor and stuff, even they don't know how to act. We fight to be where we are. You had to fight to get that Oscar. And let me tell you what makes it worse for Will. Well, you're going to apologize to everybody but the person you assaulted. Ain't that some mess? Oh, Lord help me. If anybody's here, I mean, come on in if you want to. But when this is over, it's going to come out again. You can leave your comments in here because I just want to know because I haven't even got to the main part. So let me just get to you real quick because I'm not even trying to be on here that long. Or did I already say this? My main part is Jada. Jada, why didn't you stop your man? This was all because of you, your expression. Now, mind you, you didn't make him respond the way he did, react the way he did, but you could have stopped it. When you saw him stop laughing, when they had that big old blank spot, and you saw him stop laughing, you saw his face expression change, you saw him getting ready to get up, you should have stopped him. Now, maybe you did try. Maybe you did try, girl. I hope you did. Because you know what? Women, black women especially, we have to protect our men too. We have to let them have their wins. We have to keep them from getting a mug shot. Whether she knew what he was going to do or not, you knew he was about to walk up there and do something. You might not have thought he was going to touch him, but what you did know, what Jada did know is whatever he was about to do, it was about to disrupt the pattern of the Oscars. Because he wasn't laughing anymore. Oh, was he? See, now I'm making assumptions, but maybe he was still laughing. Maybe she had no clue that he was about to do what he was going to do. Because when he hit Chris, he turned around, walked back, and kind of was smiling about it. He had like a little smirk on his face. So I was kind of surprised when he got in his seat and started acting the fool again. Don't you tell my mama. It was just too much, you guys. I just had to get on here because it's so controversial. And I'm going to say so many people did not show up for Chris. And Chris, I wish I knew heck of people right now. I would be the platform for you because you didn't deserve that. I don't care what anybody says. It wasn't even that big of a joke. It was not that. It'd be different if the girl's dying from cancer or something like that, or has something so debilitating that it's even affecting her whole body. She might be dying from it or something like that. The girl has expressed on her own platform how she embraces her bald head, how she's been going through this whole process and everything. She's wearing it. She's wearing it well. You compared her to, who was it, Demi Moore that plays G.I. Jane or whatever, with the hair cut off and stuff, who's also a very beautiful woman, bad girl. That was not a bad comparison. First of all, too much. All that was too much. It was a shame. And then he wanted to compare that to him being a protector, like Richard Williams was a protector. Wrong. I don't know how the Williams sisters felt about that. That's so embarrassing. You just embarrassed everybody. And I would be like, don't you put my daddy name in that. My daddy ain't got nothing to do with what you just did. Period. My daddy wouldn't have done that. That man, if you saw the movie, whatever, he was getting beat up like every day or whatever, and just came home and fixed himself up and took his girls right back. That's how he was. He wasn't looking to retaliate. He focused on his girls. Right. Maybe, Will, you could have focused on your wife and just gave her some more love and said, that's okay, baby. I love you. How about that? You my queen. You fine to me. Don't you worry about that. I think that might have made her happy. Y'all think that would have made her happy? You think he should have showed up like that? Maybe he should have blew her a kiss. Maybe pulled her chair next to him instead of way across from him and said, baby, you my queen. Kissed her. And then said something when you went to accept your award. Then say something. Then that's how you embrace her and say, you didn't have to say anything raggedy about Chris. You could have laughed at Chris and said, okay, Chris, you done said a joke, but I want all y'all to know that my baby is a queen. And she is as beautiful, hair or no hair, but she rocks it well. He could have turned that whole table, but now, and it's not okay. And I think he needs a mugshot. Let me just, Chris, I know you're trying to be the bigger man. Assault is assault is assault. He needs to be fingerprinted. Take his little happy picture. They're not going to put him in jail. And I don't think he should go to jail. I'm not going to say he should go to jail, but it is assault. You should go through what everybody else will go through. He should have been escorted out of the Oscars, first of all, because he's violent and he's unpredictable. And he should have been fingerprinted. And I believe LA County or whatever, they're considering pressing charges, period, because he committed a crime on TV and everybody saw it. And what makes you above the law and everybody else? That you can just walk up on somebody and slap them. It's not okay. It's not. It's not. And Jada, stand up for your man by keeping him safe. And letting him have his wins. You should have been there to say, no, it's your night. We about to have a ball. We ain't doing this tonight. No, we not. Don't you dare. We not. Okay. That's all I really have to say right now. I'm going to keep reading to see what's going on next. You know, he put out an apology on Instagram. It's so fake. Whoever wrote that apology, his publicist, whoever, because he should have got on there live. I don't want you writing nothing. He should get on there live and truly apologize. If you can't find that in yourself, then something's wrong with you. Go pray to the God you're talking about that says you're meant to be the protector and the provider and love and helper and everything. Go pray to my God to fix whatever is inside of you that made you refuse to apologize to the person that you assaulted. He should be on his knees right now praying to fix him. Why don't I have forgiveness? Help me, Lord. Why did I do what I did? Help me, Lord, to apologize and get over my embarrassment and stop being a little man and become that big man again from the inside out. And go apologize to that man, because you want to put God and all that in the same sentence. God is not violent. You want to be a vessel. Start by praying and then going and really apologizing. Go on live. You did it live. Go live and apologize. And keep apologizing. And keep apologizing. And don't go with a but. He don't need to hear no but. We all understand the but. But I was just acting out. I was doing this for my wife. And you don't know when this is what love will make you do and all this stuff. Love would have stopped you from allowing her to lay up with August. That's what love would have done. I'm just going to keep it real. Love says monogamy, and I'm not going to share my woman. And neither am I going to share myself. Ooh, don't get me started. I got to let y'all go. Don't get me started, because he's saying it the wrong. You're just wrong. When you're wrong, just own it. When you're wrong, just own it. And if you and I believe you probably want God in your life, because we all should want God in our life so that we can walk better and be better. We can do better and be better. And I believe he probably really wants that. But that you didn't show it. You didn't show it at the Oscars, sweetie. You did not. He did not show it at the Oscars and all that. Don't know what character. Am I being myself? Am I being Richard right now? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Where was mental health? I mean, I'm just being honest. You got to laugh, not to cry. When I say people are in an uproar about this, people can't sleep. Everybody's upset about this because we thought so much more in him. And I like Chris Rock. And I just felt like nobody was worried about Chris. He was the one who was violated. He's the victim. Put yourself in Chris's shoes. Thank y'all for listening. If anybody's watching this out there, can you subscribe, like, hit your notification button, and share this? And come on and join this shining community that we're going to have. This is going to be a community where we shine, but we keep it real too. But I'm never here to tear down. We want to lift people up. Let's do things the right way. Let's show up for people the right way. Let's not put ourselves in danger. There is a time and place where sometimes you just got to do what you have to do. But those days should be so far and few, if none, that you actually have to use your hands on somebody, literally. And nobody should be above the law. And then again, Chris, you're the man, dude. You're the man. You showed up. You're so honorable. And if you did apologize, that was even better. But if you didn't, I believe in your heart you would apologize because you had no idea some craziness like that was going to happen. You didn't deserve it. Jada, you should have protected your man instead of sitting up on your throne. Now, again, I'm going to give you some grace because there might have been a blank spot there was absolutely a blank spot that we did not see. And maybe you tried or whatever. All y'all need to be apologizing. Will Packer, you need to be apologizing too. You let that man sit up in that place after assaulting. You let Will Smith sit up in that and have people go in there to tell him to stay. Denzel Washington, Tyler Perry, to my understanding, allegedly, you had them go and because supposedly Will was going to leave and you wanted him to stay. Will Packer wanted him to stay, allegedly. And have these people encourage him to stay. So there he stayed. Will you let somebody who came into your humongous function like this and assault somebody and waltz right back down to his seat, sit down, cuss him out again, and you encourage him to stay? What kind of stuff is that? Chris, you should be paid forever, honey. That's all I can say. Don't you just take that slap. I'm glad you're silent right now. I hope you're thinking. I hope you and all your lawyers are thinking. I hope you're all kind of trying to figure out what you should do. There's nothing wrong with turning him in. What is it? There's nothing wrong with suing him or suing production, suing the Academy or the Oscars. Although he's always on the Oscars. Chris, take your time, figure this out. You've already shown your manhood completely, your honor. You've shown who you are, and we applaud you for it. An apology for hurting her feelings, but that's all you get. I mean, okay. Y'all have a good day. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you again on Candace Speaks Power. We're a shining community. I want you to come over here and shine with me. Leave your comments below, and I will respond. Come back, subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification button. Love you.